Here I am. Helpless. You think it can't happen to you? Anyway, I didn't have much choice. It just had to happen. How strange. All of a sudden in an unfamiliar situation. What will it be like? All those strange people. It's just like a kind of hotel. Except you can leave a hotel whenever you want to. It isn't a prison either. Although it often looks tightly closed from the outside. You're completely dependent on others right from the beginning. Oh, that's what I hate most. Well, that's nice of you. Yes, it's okay. No, don't worry. I can't just now. It'll be all right later. Later.
Chapter 1. The Discovery.
I can go outside today. No, not home yet. Just to get about a bit. Getting back on my feet, he said. It'll still take about 10 days. Oh, well. How will I get through that time? Oh, what a misery. I know I have to do it, but walking just for fun? No. Let's just have a look downstairs. Hey, that looks good. Look. There's that girl from the room opposite. Yes, a cup of coffee. That's just what I fancied. I'd better ask that woman in the smart outfit. It wouldn't be the same if she just had everyday clothes on. So that's what they mean by a cup of coffee with a smile. Thanks very much, Mrs. Pfaff. There's all kinds of people here. Ah, that must be the doctor, probably with relatives of one of his patients. Although he could be someone else. Now, look here again. A traffic jam. That man's alone. Well, if you haven't got any visitors, then you have to find your own amusement. At least you've got an aim here. Maybe he's going to get a paper from the shop. There's a whole meeting going on here. Those are nursing staff. They're going shopping as well. I'd certainly like to see what they've got there. Oh, it's great to go shopping again. It's a kind of self-service. Well, semi-self-service. You can take your time and choose what you want. It's Peter and Judith's baby's birthday tomorrow. Now it's my turn to give someone else a present.
How is it all possible? It started in 1971, when a man, let's just call him Rietveld, thought you're not in a hospital to be ill, but to get better. There are plenty of medical facilities to help you get better, but there's still something missing. And that's a part of the outside world. Something that invites the patients to use their own initiative. An aim, a place you can go, a meeting place, somewhere you can feel like a host, even though you're a patient, and where you can be independent again for a while. It had to be a spot that fitted in with the architecture of the hospital, where visitors would automatically have the feeling that they could come and go freely. A boutique that matches its surroundings like a chameleon, but without losing its own identity. That's how Rietveld Boutiques came into existence. And Rietveld and Partners Styling Center looked after the design, you see. And what about the appearance? Comfortable, attractive, harmonious. And it started with a cup of coffee. In choosing the type of coffee, even the needs of patients on special diets was taken into account. It is prepared and served in a standard way in all boutiques. A cup of coffee like that is always available. Even when the large coffee machine is in use, there's always a small one in reserve. This degree of care in preparing a fresh cup of coffee is a typical example of the overall approach of Rietveld Boutiques. And the staff are chosen with exactly the same degree of care. Their costumes are specially designed. And when we sell flowers, they're fresh every day. Everything's nicely and clearly presented. Everything's always new, always fresh, always up to date. But Mr. Rietveld and his colleagues didn't only regard the inner person as important. The outer appearance also came in for consideration. You can feel a lot better if your hair's well cared for, or if you've just freshened up in one of our beauty salons. And to make contact with the outside world even easier, Rietveld Boutiques even man the post office facilities. All right. It's true that Mr. Rietveld earns money through these services. But that stage wasn't reached until after the 22nd branch was completed. This kind of organization can only exist because of the number and variety of branches, so that purchasing can be done expertly and centrally. Stocks can be kept centrally. Specialist personnel can be employed centrally. Policies can be worked out centrally. Staff can be trained centrally. The range of products and services can be determined centrally together with hospital management. The quality of everything that comes in and goes out can be checked centrally. Manufacture can be centralized. Making things up and processing can be done centrally, and distribution can be handled centrally, right down to internal mail.
home at last. Won't they be surprised if I wait for them with a bunch of flowers? They've been so good to me, and we've been here so many times. They should have one of these at David's office. Then I could call in there sometimes. Or in the old people's home where Father and Mother live. I'll have a talk to them about it. All I need now is some outpatient treatment. I don't like it. It must be done. At least I'll be able to get my cup of coffee with a smile again. It's taking them a long time. Oh, there they are.
In the beginning, we had to fit into the existing situation. When hospitals were built, no provisions were made for the development of humanized facilities. That called for a great deal of creativity and lots of discussions. But on the other hand, it gave us a vast amount of experience and information. We're now applying all that know-how in the Amsterdam Medical Center, the AMC, one of Europe's larger hospitals. We had our first discussions about the plans 2.5 years before they started building. And the location for our Rietveld boutique was allowed for right from the start of the design. The hospital authorities realized that a lot of responsibility can be given to an organization like ours. And appreciating the need for Rietveld boutiques was the deciding factor. We thought it was about time to tell the world, and that's why we made this film. You're now watching the building of the 25th Rietveld boutique. Who'll be number 26, 27, 28 in Holland? Maybe in Germany, England, Denmark? Who knows? And do you think Mr. Rietveld is proud of it? Of course he is.